Hello everybody, this is my 1989 Nissan S-Cargo, the how to and why for a I think 92 to 96 Suzuki Swift, a 1.3 liter radiator into the S-Cargo. 95 Suzuki Swift automatic, because this car is automatic as well. You need the transmission cooler. Here is the install. It's done. I just bled the system. As you can see, the top basically lines up perfectly with the stock mounts. One thing to notice, the radiator cap style is different. The Nissan style looks like this. Okay, it's all hardened and useless now, but the other one is very commonly found in a Honda. I'm gonna post another picture to overlay that so you can see that. The top radiator hose, as you can see, it lines up perfectly. No modifications required. This is the factory S-Cargo hose hooked up to the upper radiator sprout. One thing you notice is that the overflow goes this way instead of the factory, which goes that way and directly into that bolt there. So you need to find a hose. I'm gonna buy one. I guess any shape is fine to line this up from here all the way down to that, so that you have an overflow tank. Okay, the lower radiator hose, I don't know if you can see that. Okay, there you go. So this is where the factory outlet is. Usually it goes down and forward. Suzuki radiator has the lower radiator outlet over there, that side. You see on the side, it's not focused, but that's where it is. So you would use one extra upper radiator hose for an G20 for the S-Cargo itself to make that bend. So it makes it from all the way from there, where you see that hose clamp down there, all the way down to here, where you have to put a plastic or brass union and just twist the factory lower radiator hose by 90 degrees. So instead of the radiator hose going towards the front of the car, it now goes to the left side, just the passenger side for this car. This is just the factory sized inlet and outlet for the transmission cooler. So you just buy a transmission ATF safe hose, and it's barbed from the factory anyway, so it's barbed one side, barbed on this side, and you should have a good cooling. Now as far as fitment goes, it's pretty much factory. The size is almost the same. I'm gonna overlay a picture of that right here, and then you can see overlaps the air conditioning condenser just the same way. There is air gap. They're not actually sitting against each other. So the upper mounts, because the new radiator is going to be just a few millimeters taller but narrower than the factory one. This one's obviously crooked, but it works, and you have to flip this bracket upside down. Very solid with the 3 mounts fitted. From my angle, from this angle, bottom left actually goes through the factory mounting hole with the rubber in it. The upper studs, as you can see, is here and there, and it's very solid. So I'm trying to get the focus in there. Right, it's not going anywhere, but it's still properly damped by the rubber. The bottom right mount, you just put the rubber in and don't worry about sticking a stud through it. It won't. It's actually a lot easier to install this than to install the factory radiator. So I don't know, give or take, that might be a good solution for you. The radiator fan situation is same as factory. You only get to put in the push fan, which you have to kind of slip it in before you install the radiator, kind of strap it to the radiator before you install the whole thing. The Flexolite, but low profile fan there, controlled by this also Flexolite fan control module, because that's the factory one is broken and there's no provision in the new radiator. It's really perished, everything's kind of mucky, this solder's gone, this thing's leaking, but you notice that there is a radiator fan switch here, which the last owner already kind of messed it up and cut it off, made the fan run all the time. It still didn't work, it just leaked. It's leaking and then it overheats because of that. So you need to improvise for that, which my solution with the fan control might be a good idea. 95 Suzuki Swift radiator, definitely probably a better fit than factory anyway, so yeah, just so you know. Okay, that's all for this video, and Here's another look at my funny snail, and yeah, hope you enjoy, and you can extend the life of your enjoying your snail as much as I could, and see you later.